very shrewd note from Chris Demm. He's adding together the total snowfall amounts. We are in the path of the storm, and if you add together what you get like Friday afternoon, Friday night, Saturday morning, we could get 4 inches here. I mean, that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, it's in a tricky part of the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
It could be more snow, it could be more ice, depending on where you live.
We're right on that line. Yeah. And, I have said once I get in tomorrow night, now I'm going to the grocery store. I have to do it. I'm going to fight through it. I'm just going to do it.
Today is Senior Citizen Day at my store.
I'm going.
And there's a snowstorm on the horizon. It is going to be madness.
I'm joining that
absolutely.
Madness. I'm going today.
Madness.
I'm going.
I did mine yesterday. Well, I picked it, I didn't fight anyone.
You didn't fight anybody. They brought it to you.
But I parked in a busier lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
You don't tip those people who put the groceries in the back of your vehicle, do you, Biggie?
No, you're not supposed to there.
You're really not.
No, I never have.
They always...
Well, no one's surprised there. But the store officially frowns on it.
They do.
Yeah.
However,
that's right.
I've heard from my sources, I know the checkers, the cashiers. They'll say that the older the customer, the more likely they are to tip.
That's probably
And so
true.
what you will see is that the baggers will sort of, if it's kind of a semi-busy day, they'll gravitate toward the elderly customer. And let's face it, they do need help with their groceries.
Yeah.
More than us.
Yeah.
We can roll our stuff out still.
Before Christmas, because we were hosting, I went by Walmart to do that thing where they load it into your car. Very, very rarely do it. I'm in my minivan, and when he came out, I just opened the hatch. I'd forgotten I'd thrown a lot of sweat clothes back there.
That's right, because it's your vehicle now.
My
it's
vehicle.
not a family vehicle anymore.
And I just take, if I'm changing at the gym, I'll throw the sweat clothes in the back. And the gentleman commented,
the stench.
He said, Lord, man, what, man, we got you something
You want
back
me to put your groceries on this?
That's what he said. I was like, yeah, I guess.
Man, pick up your drawers, man. What is that? How many jock strap do you have back here?
Disgusting.
I just read that a high percentage of people, I think it's like 25% of people take extra underwear with them no matter where they go, just in case.
On an average day?
On an average day.
To work?
Yeah.
To school?
They keep it in their car. I do.
Huh.
I have underpants in my car.
But you will often shower at your gym, right?
I do, but so if I forget, I'll take the change of clothes, but if I forget that, I'll have a towel and my jock and some pants in the car just in case, and a T-shirt. It's like, okay, I'll have to go to the backup, and I keep them back in my pickleball bag. And you also never know when somebody's going to say, we've got an impromptu pickleball game.
Hang on, let me get my jock.
Exactly. I'll say that.
I'm shocked up.
You know who taught me this was
legendary basketball
coach.
coach.
Roy Williams taught me.
Williams.
He's the coach of the Tar Heels for a time, and when he asked his wife to marry him, he had to reach for the ring beneath his jockstrap.
What's this I hear about a jockstrap proposal?
So we're going to a movie, and at that time, I always was ready for a game. So I had my shoes and socks, gym shorts, and my jock, in the back seat, because if I went by a playground and guys were playing, I'd stop and play sometime. So I said, I've got something for you in the back seat under my shorts. And I didn't really think about the fact that the jock was there, too.
But it was.
Is it the jock, Roy? Oh, crap. No, it's underneath. I just did a quick Google check. Roy Williams married his wife in 1973. They were probably going to see The Sting.
Yeah, that's right. They're off to see The Sting.
It's a wonderful movie.
He says, reach below my jock. And then he said, what do you think? And she's like, all right, let's do it. Let's get married. In that same interview, of course, he talked about how he did not have an email address. Or
refused to participate.
That's right. And he didn't even want the cell phone that he had.
Just now in social media and computer work, I don't do any of that stuff. I'm the only guy you've ever known that does not have an email.
Oh, come on.
I don't know. No. When email first came out, I had a computer at Kansas, and I'd press a button. It said, "You've got mail." It was sort of cute. Fifth day, I went in and pushed the button. It had 208 messages. And I cut it off, closed the computer, and never opened it up again. I came here, and they said, "Where do you want your computer?" I said, "I don't want one." And they said, "Well, you got to have a computer." I said, "No, I don't." They put a computer behind my desk. I never opened it in 18 years.
So you have a smartphone?
I don't know what this is.
It's a brick. He just carries it. It's a brick. He doesn't even need it. So he took pictures of his grandkids and taped them to the front. So it's like a frame. It's like $1,000 frame on his smartphone. But people carry your underwear with you. Carry your drawers with you.
25%.
Yeah, just 25%.
Yeah, okay.
Just in case. I do.
I've never traveled with extra underpants unless I was literally traveling.
Yeah, so I have underpants. I have socks. I have some of my gym shorts. I have a T-shirt. I have a long sleeve T-shirt. Just in case. You never know when you're going to get a text. Tracy may text and say, we're playing right now.
Yeah.
Get over here. You're on the road.
The snow isn't sticking yet. Let's play pickleball.
Exactly.
I wondered about that.
Exactly.
You try to get a game in pre-snow.
Trying to get one in tomorrow pre-snow. It depends on how many people can play.
Oh, well, everyone, because they'll all do the old, I need to leave and get home safe.
That's right. We'll
Total lie.
playing a few flurries out there.
You're going to see a lot at lunchtime of, oh, gosh, wow,
Yep.
I might head on home.
That's right.
Forecast does not look good, guys.
That's right. So we're in there fighting the grocery store today. You heard in the previous segment what you need.
But you need to get milk and bread, so we got to go get some milk and bread. And grapes are popular in North Carolina, muscadine, right? We need to get some muscadine wine.
Let's go. This is what you need.
Ride out the storm. Some sweet wine.
So that's what these are the items we're fighting for today. Good news for Biggie, because he's a coffee drinker. And if do you have coffee in your home right now for the weekend?
Yeah, of course. Load it up.
And what I was going to say is, I'm fighting. I'm getting those groceries, and once I get in there, I'm not leaving this weekend. That's it. This is it. Well, I am packed in. We got football on television. That's it.
Now you got a hilly drive.
I do.
Who's going to clear that?
I'll get my daughter out there working on that. My son.
That's a good idea.
My son's not going to be gone, but I'll get her out there. She loves to work. She loves physical labor, and I said, get out there. Let's get some exercise going here. We got a long driveway.
It's a long drive and it's hilly.
Up a hill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna take that out now. I hope I can get in here Monday morning. We'll see.
You're gonna have to park at the bottom of the hill.
I guess I'll have to. That's right. The news on coffee. Perfect for you, Biggie. They have found that if you are a coffee drinker, it helps you live longer. They did a 10-year study on people who drank coffee, but only if you drink it in the morning. Like afternoon gives you no effects.
Okay.
That's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm a morning coffee drinker. I occasionally might have like a cold brew in the afternoon on a weekend. Never during the week, just in case the caffeine or something keeps me up.
31% lower risk of dying from heart disease if you have 1 cup of coffee in the morning compared to the other groups who had no coffee.
Well, listen, my heart's a little out of whack right now, but they keep saying my heart is strong.
Yeah?
So maybe I can, credit some coffee there. I've been drinking coffee in the morning forever.
No problems. And apparently it's helping you out.
This is, if you're old enough like me, how many studies have you seen about coffee?
A million.
Good for you, bad for you, good for you, bad for you, good for you, but only if you drink it before noon.
That's what they're saying now.
That's where we are now.
Good for you, 1 cup before noon.
You know what else is switching is wine. Alcohol is now
bad.
Yeah, the Surgeon General who's going on the way out is like, he wants to put like a slap a cancer-causing label on alcohol.
Can you believe
like
that?
on cigs?
Yeah, just like on cigs. I always thought wine was somewhat good for you. They used to say like a glass of red wine.
Well, I was going to say that's the same thing. The studies through, some have said, it's, you need to have one a day.
I'm clinging to that study. I'm clinging to that study.
I know you are. That was a little surprising to me that they may put a cancer warning on alcohol.
But the warnings against alcohol are really ramping up over the past 3 to 6 months.
Well, didn't they say Gen Z's killing it off anyways?
They are. They're dry.
They're
January.
not drinking wine.
They're
not drinking anything.
No, they're all mocktailing. Oh God, so sad.
Listen, we had a Titillation Tuesday earlier this week saying that the big thing, the trend in sex for 2025 is sober sex. That you don't drink or do drugs and then have sex.
I don't know if I want to live.
And also for 2025, full bush.
Those are the 2 big takeaways.
That's it.
Sober sex and full bush.
I'm out.
This is not what he signed up for.
I want my days back of smoking and drinking.
And
bad decisions.
Bad
that's
decisions.
right. And then, the shave.
Like a Barbie doll.
Yeah.
If this is what I'm left with.
Full on. Women free to let themselves not shave.
And I imagine that means men too, because men groom like crazy.
I know I do.
Yeah.
You know that. I'm constantly shaving everything about myself. From chest to back.
To kneecap?
All the way from kneecap to neck, I am completely shaved. That's right. And I'm doing it even in the winter now. I feel like my lady appreciates that,
Have you heard it from her?
No, not once have I ever heard that.
Is it more for the shirtless pics that you send to other radio DJs?
Yes.
Who are also going through crises.
We're sending each other shirtless radio pics.
Yeah.
The shirtless pics of ourselves.
Ripping your shirt up and taking a selfie in the bathroom mirror.
Do you know?
It's a cry for help.
Flashback. First day back from vacation. I told you that a former colleague and I were sharing shirtless pictures with each other because we've both gotten in better shape since we saw each other last, probably more than 10 years ago. And he said, "Are you still in good health?" I said, "Yeah, I'm doing pretty well." He goes, "Me too. Take a look at this."
Check it out.
And there he was, shirtless. And I said, "All right, take a look at this," and showed him myself.
Oh, sorry. I was just grating cheese on my abs here. You caught me. This is awkward.
Yeah, I'm thinking about rucking. yeah, me too. I mean, I've rucked some.
Yeah.
Might as well
I get better shred with a ruck.
Why not go out and ruck a little bit? He's down with COVID. Just 3 or 4 days later, he's down with COVID. After that. I hope he didn't get it from that bathroom when he was taking that.
I don't think you get it there.
Hope he didn't catch it. Didn't get in the air in a shirtless selfie.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of COVID, I noticed something here in our office. It's like a little tribute to COVID times. The empty hand sanitizer things are still around.
Still there.
They haven't been knocked off the walls yet.
Yeah, they're peeling off the wall little by little.
Little by little.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
but we all pass by one every day. That's been empty for 2 years, and I'm like, yeah, that's like bygone time now.
Good times.
Yeah. Remember, there was one outside where I think it was right outside our door.
Yeah.
Where we're sitting.
Yeah.
What do they call it? The sanitizer solidified.
Yeah, it's like it's no longer a gel.
It turned solid.
It's solid.
That was also the one that the sensor never worked. So if you just walk by, it'd be like spit something out on the ground. I mean, at one point there was just a pile of hand sanitizer at the bottom on the floor.
Well, now that it's in Jell-O form, you could peel off like a little piece of it and take it with you. You know, let it melt in your hand. A little sanitizer for us. They took care of us
like a fruit roll up.
I read today and I was doing some Reddit work. Okay, and the question was, if a kid who is 15 asks you, like he's born 10 years from now, and then another 15 years go by, so it's 20, 25 years from now, and says, describe COVID. What was it like during COVID? How would you describe it? You know, it's like people took off work, the streets were empty, there was a run on toilet paper, there was a run on paper towels.
Some people took the virus or the vaccine.
It split
Some
us
people
up.
said it was poison.
Yeah.
It killed them.
It divided us over the vaccine. The masks were terrible.
It was the beginning of Civil War II.
Yeah, we had to wear masks in stores. And people wore them for a while.
You still see people wearing masks. If you watch
I do.
college basketball games, there's a lot of panning of the crowd. You'll see people in the stands and at the scoring table wearing masks.
Here and there, I do everyone. Probably about every day, I see somebody. Maybe once or every couple of days, see them wearing masks. This is about a throwback too. Did you see earlier this week? A guy was helping his mother redecorate her home. This was in Illinois, and he was taking out a bathroom wall. He's a contractor now, and behind the bathroom wall, he found a wrapped Christmas present that was to him, and it had his name written on it. She had bought it, the mom had, in 1978 when he was 6 years old. Now he's 53, and he had beautiful wrapping paper, by the way. And she said she would hide the presents. She always bought early and would hide the presents behind a wall fixture in the bathroom, and it slid down into the wall.
I thought maybe she just forgot. My mom was queen of that.
Forgetting presents?
She'd walk out 3 months later with a present from her closet and be like,
right,
this was from Christmas.
Well, this is the same. She totally forgot she had bought it for her. So when he opened his presents on Christmas Day that year, she didn't have any idea that there was one missing. So when he found it, she was like, oh, my God. I mean, they were all surprised, as you can imagine.
Oh, was it slime? Rock'em Sock'em Robots?
No, you'll love what it was. It was from 1978. He was into Matchbox cars, and these were Thunder Jets that are made by Matchbox.
Cool.
This is the guy.
All right, so we're redoing this bathroom for my parents. This is inside the wall. And look what I find. That's my Christmas present.
It is, and he opened it up. His name is Tim King, and it said to Timmy on the side, and he remembers being very into Matchbox cars, so he loved the Jets that he got.
Very cool.
And now he opens it up.
And in pristine condition.
Perfect condition. And it looks so 1978. The wrapping paper had Donald Duck and other Disney characters on it, and she had written to Timmy on there. And she's still with us. His dad has passed away, but she was still there. She was in the interview saying, oh, my gosh, it was so cool to see that all these years later. I thought that was really cool. Now, here's the bad story. And this comes from United Airlines. Yet another passenger, this is on a United Airlines flight, on Ambien, urinated on another passenger. They were flying from San Francisco.
Bro.
Flying from San Francisco.
I was on Ambien.
All right, the whole point is Ambien.
Listen, if you're tired and you can't sleep, do not take Ambien, okay? Woo!
It's the worst.
You will make bad decisions.
That's right. Jerome Gutierrez, flying from the Bay Area, San Francisco, California, to the Philippines, got up halfway in the flight, many people sleeping, and urinated on a woman in business class.
My God.
How did he get past the curtain?
Which he says he has no memory of. He's like, I'm on Ambien. What do you expect? They landed later, 4 hours later. They tried to take him into custody. He said, I'm on Ambien. It's not a crime. I couldn't.
God, how long is that flight? It's got to be an 8-9 hour flight.
San Francisco to Manila. Yeah. And so they're halfway through it. They're over the Pacific Ocean, and everybody's asleep, and he pees on this woman.
Do you think?
Oh.
Imagine if you're the victim. You just have to sit there in your wet clothes. What can they do?
Nothing. You
don't have
nothing.
any.
I mean, unless you have something in your overhead bin, you might have a change of shirt.
It's about it, isn't it? Yeah. There's nothing you really can do.
Perfect time for someone like you to chime in. That's why I carry extra clothes. Just in case I get urinated on.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Check my minivan right now.
Well, I mean, I've got extra underwear.
Long sleeve, short sleeve, jock strap.
Take it off.
Whatever.
Take your jock. You just never know. Long socks, sunglasses, extras, all of it. That's is there anything United Airlines owes her? Do they owe her a free flight or anything? It's on him. It's on him. He did it.
And as we know, the airlines are pretty much like, they'll screw you to any complaint now.
Right.
But it might look good if they gave her something.
Like a $250 voucher or something like that.
Maybe. I mean, they would have to do something. I mean, maybe they could buy her a new outfit when she landed. Well, what can you do? You can't do anything.
Nothing in the air. Nothing in the air. It would just be like we're so sorry.
Yeah.
But they didn't really have anything to do with it either. Everybody was sitting in their seat or asleep. He got up and peed on her. And then again, blamed the Ambien, as so many do. One more ugly story now. The good, the bad, the ugly. James Newland, 61, has a 33-year-old boyfriend. And this past Friday, police had to be called to the home of the 61-year-old James Newland because he and his boyfriend were engaged in rough sexual activity, and Newland says he spanked me too hard, so I shot at him.
Well, wasn't a spank.
This is a new couple. They have had sex. Age difference, 61 and 33. The younger guy said to Newland, "Do you like it rough?" He said, "Yes, I do." And he started spanking him on the backside. And Newland said, "That's too hard. That's too hard." They got into a fight. The younger guy left. And as he was walking down the sidewalk, Newland shot, but says, "I was just giving him a warning shot, like over his head. It did not hit him.
I was making him dance."
But the guy, the young guy, called the police. And now Newland's been arrested for firing a weapon.
Yeah.
And this is Florida. I guess when you spank somebody too hard, you get that's the consequence.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to have consent for all of these acts, but we don't know what the young man said. Or he said, "I like it rough."
The young guy said, "Do you like it rough?" And Newland said, "Yeah,
I like it rough."
But Newland later told police,
"Too rough."
He pulled down his pants and said, "This left a handprint." Now when he smacked him, it left
his hand will match this print.
That's right. It did. He said he hit me hard enough to leave a handprint and showed him his left buttock, which did have a perfect handprint on it.
I don't think it warrants a gunshot.
No, all of that aside, they did arrest 61-year-old James Newland, and he said, "I'll be careful who I tell I like it rough next time." I can tell you that right now. That's a bad end to that relationship. That's the good, the bad.